Error code E6 on your Acorn Stairlift indicates a battery or charging fault. This typically means the stairlift detects low voltage below 24 volts or a problem with the power supply. It's a protective mechanism to prevent operation with insufficient power, ensuring your safety. Ignoring it can lead to stairlift malfunction. Begin with initial checks for power and connections to troubleshoot the E6 error. First, ensure the stairlift is properly plugged into a functioning power outlet. Next, carefully inspect the power cord itself for any signs of damage, such as tears or exposed wires. Finally, examine the battery terminals for loose connections or signs of corrosion. A simple power surge could also trigger this E6 error. The next step is to inspect the stairlift's batteries visually for any physical damage, corrosion, or loose connections. This helps identify obvious issues before testing. Next, use a multimeter to test the battery voltage. A healthy battery should read between 24 and 27 volts. Use this voltage table to reference the capacity levels. If the voltage is significantly lower than 24 volts, the battery may need replacement. The reset procedure offers a quick way to resolve minor E6 faults on your Acorn Stairlift. Consult your user manual if you're unsure where it is. The reset button is typically found on the stairlift's control panel. Press and hold the reset button for a few seconds to clear the error. Alternatively, cycle the power by unplugging the stairlift for 1 minute, then plugging it back in. This can also clear minor faults. If the reset procedure doesn't resolve the E6 error and the battery voltage remains low, it's time to consider replacing the batteries. This step is necessary when the 24-volt battery pack can no longer hold a sufficient charge. Acorn recommends using only Acorn-approved batteries to ensure compatibility and safety. The standard replacement is a 24-volt sealed lead-acid or SLA battery. These batteries are specifically designed for stairlift applications and cost around $100 to $150. Safety is critical during battery replacement. Always disconnect the power before attempting any work. Follow proper procedures to avoid electrical hazards. If the E6 error persists after battery replacement, the problem might lie with the charger module or the wiring harness. Inspect the wiring for any damage or loose connections. Always isolate power before inspecting electrical components. If you're not comfortable working with electrical components, it's best to seek professional help. Preventive maintenance helps avoid future E6 errors in Acorn stairlifts. Regular charging ensures the battery stays fully powered. Make sure the stairlift charges for 8 to 10 hours each night to maintain optimal voltage levels. Annual battery checks are important for early detection of issues. Inspect connections and test voltage regularly to prevent faults. For newer models, firmware updates include self-diagnostic tools that can automatically reset minor faults, reducing the need for manual repairs. If you're unsure about any of these steps, or if the E6 error continues after trying these fixes, contact Acorn's official support or a qualified stairlift technician. Attempting complex repairs without proper knowledge can be dangerous and void your warranty. Safety should always be your top priority.